Hey guys, how you doing? Today is February 17. Few days before, I've reading the stock news on the website, right? I've a paid subscriber, and then I saw ROKU being announced that the 2022 financial report, right? About 2 weeks before. And then some of the commentators been boasting on how good they were doing in last year, especially on the last quarter of 2022. And then I go into the set website and then take a look on the financial report. I think that investors should stay away from this stock, right? And then I learned the news that actually ROKU is the #1 streaming. That means it's not Netflix, it's not Disney, it's she. She is the #1 streamer in US, in Mexico. But actually the performance is very bad. Then we'll take a look on that today, right? So the data, the financial data of US is quite strong. And then the people is afraid that in March, that means the next month, Fed will increase the interest rate to 0.5%. That means 0.5, not a quarter. Then the performance of the stock is not so good. And our Falcon portfolio been dropped at about 2 to 3% to 49. Few days before, our portfolio is 52. And then yesterday dropped 2 to 3%. So our portfolio's performance become 49, right? So if you want me to analyze on any particular stock, then you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by Usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. So this is our covering, and then I think investor should stay away from ROKU stock, right? So we will talk about that in a minute. We bought the data first, right? Yesterday, Dow Jones dropped it 400 points, 451 points, right? Because they're afraid that the finance of US is okay, then the Fed will increase more in the interest rate in the next month. So that's the result. You can see it. Nearly the same to Nasdaq, dropped it more than 200%, more than 200 points. And this is our Falcon portfolio. Actually, just in 1 month and a little bit more than our portfolio been increased for 12% this year. So we'll see that, right? This is the US 10-year Treasury yield. Right, 1 week before is 3.669, and then yesterday closing is 3.884. So you can see then why the stock market is dropping. Give you some headlines first, right? Mark Zuckerberg, right, have some new feature brought into Instagram first, and then Facebook will follow, and then WhatsApp will follow. Is the broadcast chat feature, right? Then that means then they will fit in that broadcasting. All of us know what is broadcasting, right? But that no need for an external app. Then they can fit this feature into, right? That means you can broadcast inside that feature function, inside Instagram, inside Facebook, then finally inside WhatsApp. Then you can you no need to rely on another app outside Meta, right? You can do this or hear to this within their app. So that's a good thing, right? But any help on the profit? I don't think so, right? Because I don't think that you will do the broadcasting inside that, right? Actually, then you can easily access to broadcasting on iOS, on Android, right? Then I don't know if you will while you are inside Facebook, then you will listen to podcasting, right? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so, right? So actually we'll see, right? But not much help on the stock price. And then this is amazing story. Then I read the news that this lady, I don't know how to pronounce her name, right? Ushishiki, right? Ushishiki, right? Actually, she rented her apartment to Larry, right? One of the founder of Google in 1998, right? And then the story begins, right? Then you know that actually YouTube been very close to bankrupt until Google acquired it, right? And then she become the chief for how many years? 25 years, right? And then she reached her peak in her life, and then she said she will retire, then looking for peaceful time with her family, and then for the health, then something like that, right? That is how many years? 24 years, right? Then, but actually, YouTube been contributing to a lot to Google for the profit, but now it's dropping. Then I don't know the is it the true reason for her to step down now, right? I don't know. A lot of dispute now on YouTube, right? I've been discussed in our Hong Kong channel. So then, wish her good luck. It's an amazing story, right? Then life is like that. She just rented an apartment to Larry, and then they started, all right? And then in 1998, no one knew. No one knows that Google will become like that, because after that, in the tech bubble bursted out in 2000, right? And then Yahoo been stepped down, right? Now still have Yahoo, but not as good as Google. American Online disappear, and then Netscape disappear. A lot of tech stock disappear, and then only Google survive, something like that, right? So we don't know. This is life. And then another one is we talked about on the AI, right? On the chatbot. Then actually, we all think that Google is left behind and is okay, been passed by Microsoft Bing or Edge, right? But actually, after 1 week, a lot of people tried it on the chatbot or on the AI from Bing. Then they think that the answer from that AI, right, from that chatbot is quite creepy, right? They may say that I love you, and they may say that something that it makes you scared or something like that. So actually, it's not successful, right? And this story, will this story be like the tech story in 2000? We don't know, right? So don't be too excited to that, right? Maybe it's just for 1 quarter and then 2 quarters, like the EV, right? For 1 quarter and then 2 quarters, then it dropped back, right? So we don't know. So don't be too excited. Don't have too much reaction on your investment because of that, right? And this is not good news to Elon Musk, right? Tesla, this is yesterday's news. We caused back a lot of EV, a lot of electric vehicles, right? 362,000 vehicles just recall back because the auto driving software have problem, right? And then it's very easy when it stopped it in the conjunction, then the next step is not precise, right? The next step may be caused a car accident, then we don't know. Then you can see it on the screen. Then actually, Tesla stock immediately dropped more than 5%. Then if they cannot solve this problem perfectly, then it will hurt the stock price a lot, right? So take care on that. So we talk about ROKU, right? Let us start. We can easily see that ROKU, right, been stock price been rising sharply after the work from home or the lockdown, 2020. And then it rises from $60 something to more than nearly 500. That is too much. Right? That's too much. We all know that, right? That's too much. And then in 2021, after US been retrieved from the COVID-19, right? They retrieved at the lower half of 2021. And then you can see that the stock price start to drop. And then it nearly dropped back to the original, right? It nearly now dropped back to 2020, right? So what happened? Actually, this is the screen page of that, right? But in Hong Kong, we cannot use ROKU, but you can see that a lot of countries can use ROKU, right? North America, Canada, US, Europe, Latin America, and then in Australia, not in Hong Kong, right? How she make money, right? You do not need to pay. You do not need to pay the monthly fee, right? So actually, what ROKU earn money, how she earn money is you have to buy the device so you can use the ROKU, right? Like that shown on the screen, that is $650. You can now still see it in the internet, right? Don't worry, then these are the ones to buy. You just buy them, and then okay, you can see the ROKU just once. So a lot of people will buy it because it's just one time, not as Netflix, for every month, right? So it's easy for the people to, okay, I pay this one, and then I can see a lot of different channels. That is another one, right? It's like USB finger, right? Then it's $30.98, right? It's more easy. And you can see that you can access to different platforms like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Roku, HBO. But for that, you can access to, but you cannot see the program unless you subscribe. For Netflix, HBO, something like that. But for Roku, it's free. Then how can she make the money? Is by the advertisement, right? Get the advertisement and then sell this hardware to you, something like that. So maybe you don't know. Actually, Roku is the #1 TV streaming platform. If you count by hours streamed in the US, Canada, and Mexico, that means that is not Netflix, right? That is what? That is ROKU. So a lot of people will buy it because then ROKU, and then I can access to ROKU, and then I can access to ROKU, and then buy access to others. Pay or not pay, right? So a lot of people will pay for one time, and then I can stream it for all the others. No need for other platform. I just get in ROKU, and then I can access to all the platform. You can see that in from 2018 to 2022, the streaming hours of the people using ROKU keep on increasing, right? That's in million, right? That's in billion, sorry. It's streaming hours per year. So this is a huge number, 87.4 billion hours, right? So she is the #1 TV streaming platform in America, Canada, and Mexico. So, right, this is the box of the hardware. Then if you buy the ROKU, then you can see that you can access to Netflix, Disney Plus, Apple TV, then Amazon Prime, then her channel and HBO. A lot of the, no matter it's pay or unpaid, you can access it by ROKU. No need for you to do anything, then it's built in. Right? They have a hardware. Once you connect to the internet, then they will update for you. Right? Only the thing is you can access to Netflix, but you need to pay. Then you can see the program. Right? For others, that is, ROKU also has her own programs. Then it's free. Right? So a lot of people will use ROKU. Actually, then if counting like that, then she must be the first, because then A lot of people have access to Netflix using Roku, right? So what's the result on 2022? Right? What's the result on that? Right? Net revenue grew by 13%, right? To 3.1 billion US dollar, right? The revenue. Platform revenue 2.7 billion US dollar, and then the gross profit up only 2%, 1.4 billion, blah 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 blah, something like that. We'll go through that. I have red boxed the Q4 2022, right? That is from 2021, from the left side to the right side, 2022. Q4, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So I red boxed it, all right? So pay attention to that one. I have red boxed it, right? You can see that no matter is at the active account, the streaming hours, and average rate per user all increased when compared to 1 year before, right? 16%, 23%, 2%, I have red circled it, right? But take a look on the income from the operation. 1 year before is still a positive, very few. That is in a million, right? 21 million US dollar, very few, right? But this quarter is a loss. 249.9 million US dollar, but it's a loss, right? What happened? What happened? More people use Roku, more streaming hour, a little bit more on the average rate per user. Then why lost so much? All right, we'll look at that. All right, so you can see the outlook. That means in this year, 2023, the net revenue forecast 700 million US dollar, right? Net revenue. Gross profit 310 million US dollar, and the net income, what they forecast, still a loss, right? Loss 205 million US dollar, and the adjusted EBITDA also a loss, right? So this is also from her financial report, right? You can see that total net revenue increasing for previous 5 years. Platform revenue increasing, and then when we come to the gross profit, no increment, same as 2021, same. And then active account increased, right, from 16 million people to 70 million people. And then the ARPU, no increment. That means for each one using and then pay for Roku, right? You can just divide it, maybe the hardware, no matter what, right? Then you can see that is no increment. Very important, right? No increment on that. So take a look on this 3 months and 1 year for 2022. The total cross. We talked about the net revenue before. So take a look on the cost of the revenue. I have put a red underline on that. You can see that for the last quarter of 2023, increased quite a lot, right? Increased from 485 to 502. And then you can see that for the whole year, increased about 40%, 35 to 40%, right? On the cost increased. And then if we take a look on the operating expense, then it's scary, right? You can see that for last quarter increased about 80% on the operating expense, and then for 1 year increased nearly 90% on that. So you can see that all the revenue, all the profit being eaten up by the expenditure. Why? Why? Because then you have to rent the server. Why? You rent the server, and then the people work for you. You need to increase the salary, and then everything, the electricity bill, the rent, everything goes up. But the ARPU is not increasing. So you can see that the sales and marketing increased, the sales and marketing fee increased at more than 70%. Right? General and administrative also increased by more than 60%. So that's the reason. Research and development increased at more than 80%. Right? So that's the reason. Right? And then the net income, 1 year before, the same quarter, is a positive, small one. 23 and 687,000 US dollars, but still a positive. Now it's a loss, 0.23 billion US dollar. Right? If we look at 1 year, even more terrible. Right? In 2021, it's still a positive on the net income. Right? 0.24 billion US dollar net income. And now is nearly 0.5 billion US dollar, but it's a loss, right? But it's a loss. So how can you boost the stock, right? I don't know. You just look at the revenue? I think so. I have calculated for you, right? She has quite a number of cash, right? Then I put a take on that, right? For the cash, then she has 1.96 billion US dollar, right? Still okay, right? And for the account receivable, still okay. So for the others, I will not count them, like the property, like the goodwill, intangible asset, forget about it. If the company goes bankrupt, then they just maybe cost zero or very few amount of money. So the asset she has is 2.8 billion US dollar. And then for the debts, for the net debts, right? For the debts, then she has, no matter it's long-term or short-term, is 1.7 billion US dollar. That means she's still positive now, right? She can still run her business, but not for long. If this continue, you can see the loss is 0.5 billion per year, all right? So 1 year after, then she is very dangerous. If she keep on losing, she need to abandon the staffs and then restructure the company very soon. Right? Shortest is 1 year, longest is 2 years. You can see that if this loss continue, then 2 years before, then she got negative. Use up all the asset, and then the debt is covered by the assets, right? So stay away from this stock, right? Don't listen to that. Then take some time, go to the SEC, and then look at the financial report. Then you will see very clearly on every stock, right? And then always look at this figure first. That means the net cash provided by the operating activity. You can see that 1 year before, just by 1 year before, 0.2 billion US dollar. Now, right, 117 million US dollar. Decreased, I don't know how many times, right? But that is not the money, right? That is too small, right? Then where did all the money go? Goes to the fixed expenditure, goes to the staffs, goes to the renting of the server, goes to everything. All the capital increased, right? So always take a look on this figure first. If the net cash provided by the operating activity is not bigger than 1 year before, be careful on that, right? Okay, we share up till here, and then welcome for any comment or share to your friends. Then please help to press the subscribe button next to it. Then you can have the bell icon next to the subscribe button, right? So press it. Then whenever there's a new video uploaded, you will get informed. Okay, I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend. See you next week. Bye-bye.